Hi students, I am Uma. In this video, I am going to explain the classification of carbon. So this topic is taken from the 10th class carbon and its compounds chapter. Here classification of carbon. Carbon is not a compound, it is an element. Here carbon, in previous video we discussed about carbon and its properties also. Here uh, uh, if if you see the classification of carbon, there are four types of carbons: primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. So this classification only applies to saturated hydrocarbons only. So we will discuss the saturated hydrocarbons in the classification of organic compounds. I will explain to you. Don't worry children. Here what is primary carbon? If we discussed in previous video about the catenation property of carbon. So what is catenation? Catenation is nothing but one carbon attaches to another carbon. The self-linking process of carbon atom is known as catenation. One carbon attaches to another carbon to produce a long chains. Okay children, that is the catenation property. If only one carbon atom is there in the given organic compound, that is said to be that type of carbon is called primary carbon. If one carbon attaches to another carbon, the also said to be primary carbons. If one carbon atom attaches to two carbon atoms, that means the central now this is the central carbon atom, it is attached to the two carbon atoms, so that's why it is said to be secondary carbon. And here if you watch this organic compound contains four carbon atoms, but middle of the middle carbon contains three more carbon atoms. That means it is attached to the three carbon atoms, so that's why it is said to be tertiary carbon. And if you look at this last structure, the center carbon attached with four carbon atoms, so it is called quaternary carbon. Children, once again you see, if there is no another carbon, if only one carbon is attached, they are called primary carbons. If central carbon atom attached to two other carbons, they are called secondary carbon. If central atom attached to three carbon atoms, then it is said to be tertiary carbon. If central atom of the carbon element attached to four other carbon atoms, it is said to be quaternary carbon children. Okay now, so based on the number of carbons, we will get name of the organic compound. So that means C1 represents, that means if the given organic compound contains only one carbon, then it is said to be meth. It is named as meth. These are the Greek names children. So here if C2 is there, that means children, if two carbon atoms are present in the given organic compound, then it is said to be eth. If three carbon atoms are there, it is said to be prop. If in the organic compound there are four carbon atoms, then it is said to be but. If five are there, then it is pent. If six are there, it is said to be hex. If seven are there, it is said to be hept. If eight are there, then it is said to be oct. If nine atoms are there in the given organic compound, it is said to be non. If 10 carbon atoms are present in the given organic compound, it is said to be dec. If 11 carbon atoms are there, then it is said to be undec. If 12 carbon atoms are present in the given organic compound, it is said to be dodec. If 13 are present, then it is tridec. If 14 are there, tetradec. If 15 are there, pentadec. So these are the some names which are given to the organic compounds based on the number of the carbon atoms present in the organic compound. This is not full name of the organic compound children. Based on the classification of organic compounds, we will get half of the name which is attached to these Greek names. Then we will get full name of the carbon compound. So how like we do? We will do it in the nomenclature of organic compounds children. Don't worry. And here Now I am going to explain the organic compounds classification of organic compounds based on the number of bonds. Here number of bonds only. So here carbon able to form multiple bonds. I told you already in previous video. Here organic compounds are classified into saturated and unsaturated. So saturated hydrocarbons are also known as alkanes, and they have the molecular formula or general molecular formula CnH2n plus 2. Here n represents number of carbon atoms, and here one more thing, here all the saturated hydrocarbons contains single bonds between the carbon atoms. All are single bonds between the carbon atoms. And here unsaturated hydrocarbons are two types, alkenes and alkynes. So alkenes are double bonded carbon atoms, alkynes are triple bonded carbon atoms. That means if at least one double bond is present between any two carbon atoms in the compound, it is said to be alkene, and it has the general formula CnH2n. Here n represents number of carbon atoms, and here alkynes are nothing but if at least one triple bond is present between any two carbon atoms in a given organic compound, it comes under the class of alkyne, and it has the general formula CnH2n minus 2. Okay na children? So this is the classification of organic compounds. So alkanes means children paraffins. Alkanes are also said to be paraffins. Para means less and fins means affinity. So they have less affinity. That means they do not participate in all chemical reactions. Okay, and alkenes and alkynes both are multiple bonded carbon compounds. Alkenes contains double bond between two carbon atoms, and alkynes contain at least one triple bond between any two carbon atoms in a given organic compound. So that's why these are the unsaturated hydrocarbons. So next children, one by one we will discuss about alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. So first let us discuss about alkanes. Here alkanes have the general formula CnH2n plus 2. And what is the suffix of it? Suffix is ane. Okay children, ane is the suffix. So here in the given organic compound only one carbon atom is present, then it is said to be meth. I told you children, just now I told you meth. So and here when you substitute this n equal to 1 value into this formula, you will get CH4 molecule. N represents number of carbon atoms. Here n equal to 1. You may substitute this 1 into this formula. You will get C1H2 into 1 plus 2. Then you will get CH4 molecule. So that means CH4 is the formula of methane molecule. So how do we get methane molecule? That means if you substitute the n value into that formula, you will get n equal to 1 means C1. C1 represents here meth. So suffix is n. So that's why both combined and right here we will get full name of the molecule. Meth plus n, methane. Okay children, this is the number of carbon atoms and this is the suffix of the class. Then we will get meth plus n, methane. And same as it is, you will get to the n equal to 2. If n equal to 2, that means eth. It represents eth. Substitute this n equal to 2 value into this formula, then we will get the name of the compound and also will get the formula of the compound. C2 H2 into 2 plus 2 will get C2H6. So C2 represents eth and suffix is n. So that's why eth plus n gives rise ethane is the full name of the compound. And here n equal to 3 means C3H8. We will get C3H8 on the basis of this formula. And C3 represents prop, suffix is n, because we are writing the molecular formulas under the class of alkanes which has the general molecular formula CnH2n plus 2. So that's according to this formula you will get C3H8. That is the propane. Prop plus n, propane. Okay na children, now we are going to discuss about next compound in the alkane series. N equal to 4, C4H10 we will get based on this formula. So C4 means but children, suffix is n, but plus n, butane. All these are gases. What is the physical state of alkanes children? Up to 4. So methane to butane are gases, and C5 to C17 are liquids, and 17 onwards will get solids. Okay na children, this is about alkanes children. Now we are going to discuss about next class or series, alkenes. Okay na children, organic compounds are classified into 3 types: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Here we will get alkenes. En is the suffix here. Alkene. Alkenes are also known as olefins. Oils contains alkenes formula, so that's why they are called alkenes. What is the general formula children for alkene? CnH2n. That means the number of hydrogens are double to the carbon atoms. Here n represents number of carbon atoms. If n equal to 2, here you have to take n equal to 2 onwards, not 1, not from 1. That means double bond is possible between 2 carbon atoms only. So that's why you have to take n equal to 2 onwards. If n equal to 2, you will get C2H4. C2H4 is the formula. First compound is C2H4, and what is the name of it children? C2 represents eth, and what is the suffix of alkenes? En. Eth plus en, ethene. That is the first molecule in the alkene series. And here similarly we have to write the molecular formula for next compound in the alkenes. N equal to 3 represents children propo, suffix is en, propene. What is the molecular formula on the basis of CnH2n? We will get C3H6. And here n equal to 4, we will get butene. We will get butene. What is the formula for C4H8 on the basis of this formula? And here n equal to 5 represents pentene. Pentene, C5H10 is the formula. Okay na children, on the basis of this formula we have to substitute the n equal to 5 value in the above formula, then we will get C5H10 children. This is the formula of pentene. Suffix is en for this. Next children, we are going to discuss the alkynes. So alkynes are the third series of organic. That means in the classification of organic compounds, what is the next series of organic compounds? Alkynes. Ines represent children triple bonded carbon compounds. That means at least one triple bond is present between any two carbons in the given organic compounds. So that's why suffix is ine. Suffix is ine. What is the general molecular formula of it? CnH2n minus 2 children. CnH2n minus 2. Here that means here n represents number of carbon atoms similarly, and here n equal to 2. It is also started. In this classification also the naming starts, or the writing of the molecular formula starts from n equal to 2. That means here these compounds are triple bonded carbon compounds. So that's why triple bond is possible with the 2 carbon atoms, in between 2 carbon atoms only, not to the first 1 carbon atom. So that's why you have to take second 2 carbon onwards. N equal to 2, if you substitute in the above formula, you will get the first organic compound in the alkyne series is ethine. Eth plus ine, ethine. CnH2n minus 2 is the formula. Substitute n equal to 2 value into this n. then you will get n equal to 2 na, then C2H2 into 2 minus 2. 2 2 is 4 minus 2. You will get C2H2. This is the first compound in the alkyne series. So C2 represents ether and here suffix is ine. So that's why you have to write eth plus ine, ethyne. Similarly, n equal to 3, we will get C3 represents children prop. Ine is the suffix prop plus ine, propyne. If you go to next compound n equal to 4 children, that means C4H6 you will get on the basis of this formula. So what is the name of it? C4 represents bute and suffix is ine. Bute plus ine, butine. And next C5 n equal to 5, then that is C5H2 into 5 minus 2. 5 2 is 10. 10 minus 2, 8. So that's why we will get to C5H8 pent. C5 represents pent and suffix is ine. Pent plus ine, pentine is the alkyne, comes under the alkyne series children. So these are the classification of organic compounds on the basis of the multiple bonds, on the basis of the double bond and triple bond and single bond. And here one more classification is there in the organic compounds children. So organic compounds also classified into based on the structure open chain compounds and cyclic compounds. So open chain compounds again classified into straight chain compounds and branched chain compounds. And here cyclic compounds classified into homocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. And here homocyclic compounds again divided into alicyclic compounds and also aromatic compounds. So what are the open chain structures children? The structures of the carbon compounds opened. That means what children? In the straight chain, maybe that may be open chained or branched. So branched means contains one more substituent like Cl or whatever it is, carbon, another carbon or chlorine. So these are called open chain but branched. Here it is open chain but all are the hydrogen. If all are the hydrogen, it is open chained. This is also open chain but having some small side chain. These are called branched chain. Now what about the cyclic compounds? Cyclic compounds means here they are present in the form of rings. They are present in the form of rings. 1, 2, 3. Here in this ring, this open chain is closed. Here closed chains are called rings or cyclic compounds. Here this ring is contained by 3 carbon atoms. Here in this ring 4 carbon atoms are present. In this ring 5 carbon atoms are there. So this is about organic classification. Second classification. So in first classification we divided the organic compounds into saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons, and in second classification of organic compounds we divided into open chain compounds and cyclic compounds. So again these are two types, straight chain compounds and branched chain compounds, and cyclic compounds are again two types, homocyclic and heterocyclic children. And here in the cyclic compounds, homocyclic means homo means similar or same. So all are the carbon compounds, carbon atoms only in the cyclic compounds, no other element is present. Here hetero means one or more than one atoms are different from the carbon. That may be oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus, halogen. So this kind of cyclic hydrocarbons are called heterocyclic hydrocarbons. And here alicyclic means here saturated, all are single bonds. All are single bonds. Saturated cyclic compounds are called alicyclic compounds. Aromatic means they contain alternatively double bonded carbon compounds. This is about organic chemistry classification children. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then like, comment and share. Don't forget to subscribe. I am Uma. You are watching Uma's Chemistry.